up, fuckers?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, we're live in 10 minutes. So.
Glenn, that's how you do it. Glenn didn't wake up till like 9. There's I woke up when you walked out the door, but no, you didn't, Glenn. No, I remember it walking out the door.
Oh yeah.
Stop lying.
Waking up someone like you wake up at
What? Ray-Ban. There's a bunch of cream sugar somewhere.
Yo, I only have one on my camera, guys. So if I need one of you to give me my camera one.
You only have that guy? You can do it. I'll do it. What's camera one? This
he
one?
was thinking about not
Big
coming,
one.
and I was like, how are you just not gonna come? He hasn't even got paid yet.
He ain't gonna get paid.
Yeah. Did you get a duck paid?
He doesn't show up.
What about the guy the first day?
He's been late every day. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, girl. Hey, Kevin.
Yo, he ended on U17 today.
Yeah, one is here.
This year. Perfect. All right. That's my camera. Get after it, boy. Some more dirty.
Is that yours? So I go up here for you?
Here. Thanks, bro.
Huh?
He's here. We got like 10 minutes for the live or something. You're good. You're good for like 5 minutes.
This one? So what's the breakdown process looking like?
I haven't heard yet, but we should be pretty easy. Our stuff looks really like neat compared to the last week. I say everyone bring everything outside and in the piles. Bring all the cables in, we'll reel them all together and back the van up. I say we make it easier on ourselves and not carry anything. You know how to wrap cables and a couple other people do, so that'll make it easier for us.
I don't know that. I'm trying.
So what you do is just carry the cable into here so we can have it, you know? That way everyone's like helping each other. It will be done fast.
Hey, if you need me to drive today,
I'm gonna drive a few hours.
like falling asleep and like, Glenn, do you need me to drive? Like, no. No.
I didn't think it was that bad. Maybe I was.
No.
I was coming off the Addy though. That's what fucked my head up. I was like,
That'll do it.
I took Addy at like 12 that day, and I was, like I said, I was just coming off it, so all the exhaustion was hitting me at one time.
That last time I drove from Charleston to Michigan, we drove straight 27 hours.
What?
And I had done, we had done Adderall, we left, and then we were like trying to do more. And like, I watched the sun come up, come down, and like come back up again, you know, and I was like, I was like tripping by the time we pulled into Michigan, dude. It was fucked up. You know, you hit that point where you're like 2 hours away. I can make it. And you're like, I can't make it, but I can make it. It's just like that battle.
Never-ending
Oh
battle.
my god.
You just drove 25. You think you could be able to power through?
Welcome to day 3 this weekend's Girls 2017-18 USU Soccer National League Ball Showcase event.
Alone or with someone?
At this time, we ask that the teams retreat to their team benches and line up with the walkout and keep playing our national anthem.
You drove that alone.
Walkout
That's
will
rough.
begin
Well, that
in
was the
about
thing is,
3 minutes.
they drove, two of my buddies drove down to Michigan 2 days before to work. So they made the whole drive.
Concessions area.
Worked for 2 days, and then we drove again back. So we were partying.
Checked in
You know,
with
we
the
did
college
strip
coach
clubs,
instructions
murder
all the
beats,
event.
and so we had
Pick
no
up their
sleep
player
for like
profile
5
books
days,
of
and
the
then drive
national
all the way
teams
to
and their
Michigan,
players.
Charleston.
Be sure to visit USUsoccer.org for more national league information, including news, videos, and photos.
My nose, I can't do stuff.
Let's introduce the
I got a
teams
bad
playing
habit.
today's
I was like, I
10 a.m.
would
time
have
slot.
if you were trying to
Field
stay on
1
that
in the
long.
under
Nah,
16
it's like
division.
we should be
Michigan's
eating like
national
those head pills that
Utah USA Premier.
people take. You
On
can
field
fly
2,
it's like a tourism attraction. But it was a lot of, there was some soccer players, but there's a lot of older, one of the older guys that came from
United States Cal South
I had not heard this. I told you I have enough ice.
Field 7, the under-16 Red Division.
And another lady over here goes,
Premier.
about time our food got, I said, these people are out here are cranky. I'm thinking, and I had like 4 waiters ready to help me out. I mean, it's like, they were bringing me food like crazy. And I was like, what in the world, man? These people are so spoiled here, I guess.
I know, it's ridiculous.
But
I
anyway,
know Charleston's made us harder too on that because like we have, I think you have to wait for it to come down there.
yeah, and everybody's pretty courteous.
Yeah.
It's a courteous
Be
city.
nice to him, nice to you.
They said you'll do anything to hurt anybody, but you'll say yes sir and no sir. But it's like, it was really, and the thing was, I got up to the counter, it's like I was afraid of it, because I pulled my card out, and goes, my driver's license and going to a bank, as soon as we have an ATM. So there's a 250 fee too, though, you know.
Who doesn't take cards?
It was like, that's how old school it is. But they brought me like the family style. They bring me all this stuff. It's like
I bet
for
that.
$10. It's like, holy smokes. All right.
One more day. Should've been there. I ate so much barbecue. We would've eaten that, we wouldn't have been drinking either. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and direct your attention to our flag located behind the field house and join us in the singing of our national anthem.
Stand for one. No, I feel like if you stand for one, you're good.
Oh, I thought I flipped you.
Yeah. So you just slide. I always put it in my back pocket, the cables.
Yep. Here you
One
go.
more day till next week. You here next week?
I'm not here next week. I'm flying to the West Coast, so
Oh, that's
yeah.
fun.
I'm gonna pin down that again.
Okay.
So when
Let me get as much as possible before we do that. That good? Like catching fish. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. John Peters here with you with our crew on field number 4. We're in day 3 of the National League, and U.S. Youth Soccer out here with two 17U teams ready to go at it early on a Saturday morning. Glad you're with us as well.
If you're out in California with us, I guess it's probably 7 a.m. and you're having breakfast along with us. Let's look at these two teams as we see the Beach FC01 as they take the pitch. And I'm looking to see the keeper who's jogging out there is going to be 0. That is Morgan Izuno. She'll be in goal wearing the yellow jersey. On the other side for the team out of Binghamton, New York, the BC United Red. In goal will be number 36. That's Hannah Fuller. And Fuller wearing the, I guess that's a purplish color. Got the white number, black sleeves and sweatpants. And then the rest of the team in that bright fluorescent green. And they will have the white numbers. A little bit tough to see, but we'll do our best to pick those up as we go through. On the other side, the Beach Squad in their black uniforms. And it will be Binghamton United Red starting out. The Binghamton, New York team will have the first touch. It goes out of play. Our officials here in the middle, the referee out in the middle, Christian Pulicino. AR1 is John Montelli. Ahmed Kusa, AR2, and William Steffen here will be our fourth official. He'll help us out with all information, questions we might have here on the side, even questions about some of the calls. He can help us out. Information that you folks will have that the fans on that far side over there, as you see them lined up in this cool weather, let's say, won't have access. You'll have that, and best seat in the house. Little elevated view there from our camera stands. And once again, glad you're with us. Full 45-minute halves as we are at the Gillette Athletic Complex in Wilson, North Carolina. Kind of the field of dreams for soccer out here, and they probably said build it, and they will come. And guess what? They're here. All these teams there this weekend, the men's teams, boys' teams out here next weekend. Ball worked forward, and the defense now corrals it. They'll set it up, shape it up here, and work it forward. Nice ball into the midfield. Working it up. Coaches for these two teams. Nice through ball. Let's see who's going to get there. Hannah Fuller hustles out there to clear it away. Beach now working it. That's Beach number 6. Working hard over there, picking these numbers out. It'll take me a few minutes also to get our feet on the ground. Number 3 working that one in is Emmy Smith. Emmy Smith here on the side. Got the little earmuffs out there for most of the Beach players. Maybe came as part of their equipment knowing that it'll be a little cooler here in North Carolina. Coming from Redondo Beach, head coach Kenyon Lone. On the other side for Binghamton, the BC United Red, Taylor Schramm is the coach. See her out here in front. And the 17U group going at it. Ball brought out. Defense setting now. Bringing it up. Ball off to the side. Let's see which way that one will go. It'll be a toss in here for Binghamton. I say Binghamton. It's the New York team. I guess Binghamton will work. Again in the fluorescent bright jerseys. Can't miss that. Ball worked into the middle. That's number 44, McKnight. Victoria or Tori McKnight. Ball worked up now. Sent in toward McKnight out in the middle. Got the white numbers. A little tough to pick up here, but we'll do our best. Ball worked in. Got a little space. Working through traffic. Sending a through ball. Nobody there, however. And scooped up by the keeper. Scooped up well in there by 0. That's Morgan Izuno, the keeper. And doing a good job there. Really nobody there to pick that one up. We're looking for somebody to flash through on that right side. Ball sent forward again. Defense there, however. Working it across that back line. John Peters here with you on our 3rd day of National League activity. These two teams, look at their record so far this week, as Binghamton had a draw 1-1 with an Ohio team and then 3-0 win over a Washington, I believe Washington Maroon. We'll have to double check that, but ball worked forward by Beach. got that one through somehow. Number 16, Gardner. That's Bella Gardner. She'll send it on up. That's Freeman over there on the far side working with it. Trying to get it in. Blocked there briefly. Paige Thompson sends it in. Now the defense for Binghamton chasing it down. Looks like number 36 over there. Number 39 possibly. We'll have to look and see. Once again, a little bit tough to pick up some of these numbers and the white numbers on the fluorescent shirts. We'll do our best. So it'll be a throw in for Beach. And it looks like going over there to do the honors was 21. We'll see if it brings it into 17 Thompson. I say play on. Everybody was looking for a possible handball there. The official pretty confidently saying, nope, we're going the other way. Mizuno comes way out. Brings that to the far side. There is a 21, and do not see a 21 on my list, so I'm going to have to find out exactly who that is. That'll be a toss in on the far side for Binghamton. We're at the 5:20 mark, just getting started here. Toss in, that one headed down. Over on the far side for Paige. Yeah, we do have 21. That's Paige Thompson. Just looking on the wrong side. Paige Thompson working over there. Looks like she'll toss it in again. Also involved in the action on that far side is Kaya Nishishira. Ball trailing back in the mid. Taking it back deep for the defenders. Bring it over toward the near side. That's number 14, Cookie, Caitlin Cook. Got some of the nicknames from Coach Schramm. Taking it back toward the defense in the back, working it up. Bring it right up through the defenders. Ball bounding around. Coach not real happy with some of the activity there. Ashman now brings it back, goes off the foot of the Binghamton player. Be a toss in here. Caitlin Cook. Verbal commitment to Manhattan College. That'd be a pretty densely populated area, Manhattan. Binghamton playing in the national championships last year. I'm sure Beach as well. So, Coach Schramm, a little shout out to the officials. Officials probably trying to take control here early. That ball worked around by number 24. That's Nishishira. Ball right along the edge. Did it go out? It did not. And it did go out. It'll be a toss in here for Binghamton just across the line. Ball into the middle. Nice shot there. Going to be a one-hopper. Scooped up nicely by Azuno. Azuno, once again, the yellow jersey. She'll get it into her backs, the defenders there, and they'll work it up toward the midfield. Now shaping it up. Good movement across the back line. Number 3 over there, Emmy Smith. A little scrum, and it'll be a toss in for BC. BC, a little toss right near the edge of the box. Out front, there's going to be another shot, and it's bending in. It's going to score. Nice shot there. That's number 9, and what a play there. Ashman bending that one in. That goal scored in the 9th minute. I was trying to get the assist there. We'll check with the coach right here. Coach, who had the assist on that? Number 2 coming out. 2 sent it over to number 9. Number 2, of course, out on the left side. That was Olivia McKnight with the assist. So give her the assist. I have to give her credit on that as well. That goal in the 9th minute puts BC up 1-0. Ball out A lot of activity going across. Number 16, Izzy Gardner. I was trying to see along with her, number 16 and number 10 working at it. Trying to get these fluorescent numbers as much as we can for you. Ball on the far side. A lot of work over there. Coming away with it. Looks like it'll be a toss in there by Thompson. And a toss right at midfield. Tossed in there. Number 16 is Gardner. Bella Gardner. Now it'll go the other way. BC with pretty quick strike here. And you saw a nice move there. Ashman, the scorer there in the 9th minute. Working it down the side. Ball worked across. Out in the midfield now, sent back. Beach in once again, the black uniforms. Toss in here for BC. And Ashman once again, very active. Nice ball that she sent in toward that right post and bent it in nicely. Here's the toss. Nice high toss in the corner of the box. Now brought back out by Beach. Defense pretty well, and BC picking up pretty well, playing some good defense all across the pitch, not just in the back, but down here. Pretty hard tumble there, and be a throw in. Ashman goes down pretty hard. Ball snapped around. Taking it the other way, number 10 out there, working it across. That's McKeedy. Trying to send it to the outside. That'll be a toss in. Once again, trying to get it's like the players getting their feet on the ground, getting ours as well here in the broadcast. There's number 44, Victoria McKnight. 2 Farron Krugs on the team, Farron Krug, and 2 McKnights. And this will be a corner. Another scoring opportunity coming up for BC. Let's see if this is number 44 there working it over. That's Tori McKnight. She'll put it down, use the right foot, trying to bend it in. See a good number of fluorescent shirts there at the top of the box. One right in the goal line. Here it comes. Looks like back post. Headed by the defense, now bounding around, still loose, shot, and the save by Zuno. Goes down to smother it, sends it out there nicely, and a quick run the other way. Quick counter punch. Looks like number 15 over there working with it. That's Ortiz. Send it right back in. Little scrum on the far side, trying to come up with it. Number 29 working over there on the defense. Azuno bringing it back forward. Nice ball here. It's going to be right on the line and couldn't quite get there. And good hustle there. That was Magid, wearing number 7, chasing after it. And that's number 5 working it there. BC's number 5, Laurel Vargas, draws the whistle. And so it'll be Cook, Caitlin Cook, who will put it in play, known by teammates as Cookie. So here we go. Left foot, low ball, sent in on the left side. They'll let it run, and it will run to the jungle gym. Goalkeeper Azuno chasing that one down. So 1-0 your score. Goal back in the 9th minute. Lauren Ashman coming through. Nice feed to her from number 2. Coach was saying that was Livy McKnight. Fed that ball nicely to her. She was able to turn, get a little space, and bend it in on the right side. Ball worked around there. In the midfield, a lot of green shirts come together now. Now on the far side. Chasing it over there, it looked like McKnight. Mike working across midfield, little space. Nice pass toward the middle. Sent in, almost getting through. Good flick away there by the defenders. Thompson now works it on the far side. Sends it up toward Robinson. Now back in. Just getting to it is Azuno. Another opportunity. BC. Good hustle out here this morning. BC really on fire. Ball being worked around here by the defense. And really there's no breathing room as this BC squad puts the pressure on from the moment you get the ball. They're right in your face. Ball worked to the outside. Thompson over there. She sends it on up toward teammate Robinson again. Right back over to Lopez. Lopez in the back. Ball tipped away briefly. Now moving forward. Got a little space. And bringing it over here. Nice pass over to Padron. Padron now puts it in the middle. Turning. Opportunity here near the top of the box. A lot of action there. Still going at it. Ball sent back out and just out of the reach. Let's see if it's going to stay in play. It does not. It'll be a toss in there for BC. And once again, head coaches these two teams now talking about the Beach squad as Kenyon Lone, the coach, had 2 losses so far. One to North Carolina team, 3-1, and then a team out of Texas. That was a 3-2 loss. So seeking their first win, down 1-0 here. We're at the 16:15 mark on the clock. And good pressure. It will go out, however, off of number 7 for Beach is Magid. They'll toss it back in here. It's going to be Smith, Emmy Smith. As the ball tossed in, looked like it caught a shoulder there. Ball coming the other way now. Working the other way, that's number 10, McKeedy. She started it out, taken away then by the defense. Worked back around. They'll send it back and reshape here, back in the back. Looking for options. Kieran Smith working things in the back. 3 Smiths there, right in a row on their alphabetical chart, of course. Kieran Smith, Nicole Smith or Nikki Smith, and Emmy Smith. Ball sent across. Still working in the middle, trying to get it forward. And the defense there, pesky defense, Magid gets it. Sends it in, a little bit free there. A shot, and just off to the left. An opportunity there for Beach. And hands over her face, trying to get the number for you. But just almost an open net. Got in there. I believe that was number 17, Freeman. As she turns around, yes, it was Freeman who had that golden opportunity. Got away just a little bit to the left. Once again, these fields here at the Gillette Athletic Complex, ball often will run on past the goal and have to be retrieved by the keeper or one of the players. Takes a couple of minutes, half minute or so to retrieve it. Also, it can go off to the side pretty healthily and to the other fields. That one goes off Magid. Here comes the toss in for BC. Headed in the direction originally of Vargas. Working hard there, trying to get to it. Number 44 is McKnight, Tori McKnight. Ball sent in. It's going to be loose for a second now, cleared back out. Ball headed down. Worked on that far side. Victoria McKnight. Tori McKnight. We'll have to continually say first names because we have 2 McKnights. We have 2 Farron Krugs, and we have a couple of 3 Smiths. Ball over toward the corner, and they're just going to sweep it away. Right on the line. You folks have a better view than we do. You're up on the scaffolding watching from the cameras and can enjoy that view a little better. It's hard to see that line on the far side, the crown of the field, a little bit of a shape to help with drainage. Ball sent back in toward the middle, gets away from Beach and picked up by BC. Now a opportunity here. Hustling forward is Freeman. Back and forth she goes. Little dance through the middle. Passes it back. Now back to Magid. Get a little opening. Trying to send it toward the corner. Working down there's Freeman. Sends it into the box. Headed back. Gardner off the defense. Good job there flicking it away. And it will go to a friendly face for the BC folks on the far side. Beach with a good opportunity there. Getting it near the top of the box. Getting a whack at it, but blocked. Ball worked forward again over there. That's number 24. 24 is Nishishira. Toss in. Looks like Thompson tossing it in. Takes it right back to her. Far side. Little space. Magid got the pressure. That ball will be cleared out into the BC bench. Ball picked up over here. It'll be tossed in by number 3 Smith, Emmy Smith. Got the Beach headband on. Probably in the Southern Cal area. Don't get to wear those accoutrements all that much. Ball worked forward. Tori McKnight now sends it out to the right, working through with speed. Get a foot on it. There's a shot. Azuno goes down and smothers it again. Many opportunities here for the BC team, and a toss right to one of the BC players. Ball sent back in. Beach now an opportunity here, trying to get it back. Defense there, however. Sweeper in the back for Coach Schramm, Lexi Bartlow. Holding down that back line, staying in position and retrieving that ball is trying to get it worked around on the far side now. There's Robinson. Robinson, number 11, sends it up. They're working it forward down that side. Tumble there. Referee says play on. Trying to come back the other way. Tori McKnight. Near side of Cook. Send it over to Ashman. Ashman, who had the goal back in the 9th minute. Far side, reverse field, gets a little space. Little fake there now, taking it on down the side, going up against Thompson. Shot in, there's a cross in the box. Back out front, and we got a foul in the box coming this way. Watching for the offside and did not see that. Everybody on side, but a little too much contact in the box. And first substitute's getting ready to come in. Once again, glad you folks here with us from all across the country, from New York to California. How about that? Turbo Sports Group, the video producers for U.S. Youth Soccer. John Peters here with you. Ball sent in, a long ball. It's deflected in the box and a shot. Boy, that ball dangerously fell to the feet of the BC United forward. Got a little strike there just inside the box. It might have been Ashman again. We'll see. Checking in will be number 20. That's going to be Gabby Davis. Davis checking in. Also checking in is number 3 for BC United. That's going to be Katie Collins. Collins more in the forward position. Looks like Davis in the midfield. But continual pressure put on by BC United as they have players all the way up at the edge of the box, really pressing forward. And you see it right here, fresh legs coming in. That was Davis hustling up there to break up that pass. So you've got a steady line here in the back. You've got in the back line, you've got Colling. We mentioned also in the back Bartlow. Make sure I'm telling you the correct numbers here. And then the far number, I haven't picked that one up yet, but we'll get that for you here in a second. Maybe real quick here. Back line of 23, number 8. And the far back right, we'll get you that number here in just a second. Actually, there it is, number 15. 15 in the back, Ortiz. Said her name a couple of times, but now we know that 15, 9, and 23 in the back. That ball will come back to Bartlow. She kind of centers it up there in the middle. Good shape there. Working it over to, as we mentioned, number 23, Colling. Ball sent in right side of the box, hustling in. Getting in there, that ball will deflect out. Looks like a corner. And another corner, this one coming from the far side. And BC United with another opportunity to put a ball on net. Put a ball on frame, maybe in the back of the net. 1-0 your score, 25:50 on the clock. A few substitutes have come in, chasing that ball down. And we'll bring it back out to the corner. Kind of a sparse crowd here this morning. Once again, teams out of New York and California. Folks out there in California real early. Here's a right footer brought in. In the box, headed down, still loose. Shot and a score. Trying to pick up the score there. We'll see that number. It was a header that was sent down to the turf. And I'm sure Coach Schramm will know exactly who was involved in that. But good job on the corner, executing well. Looking for Christian Pulicino to get that into us. Number 42 with the score. So that's scored by Ferenkrug. And Katie number 3. There we go. So number 42 out there, Annie Ferenkrug with the goal. That was in the 27th minute, we'll say. And we'll get you that assist as well. 20. And another rush, and another shot, and another goal within about 30 seconds. That was the 27th minute. I'm just writing it down here, and I might as well go ahead and write it again. Another goal, and that assist once again going to number 3, Collins.
Is that the same girl?
Same girl. I don't know who the assist. Did you see the assist? That was so quick. That was just unassisted. Wow. About 30 seconds between goals. As we're writing one down, we might as well go ahead and write the other one. And Beach trying to regroup a little bit here, see if they can bounce back. And head official, Mr. Pulicino, had a little word over here to one of the benches, and now Magid will work it. Trying to send it down this far side. Nice ball there, intercepted down. BC United looking really good. I'm telling you, they came out on fire with great pressure, and they've been formed up very well. You can tell, well coached. And a great legacy, I'm sure, as we've seen, again, both of these teams and squads representing their states in the national championship out in Frisco, Texas, last couple of years. Don't know if the Beach 17, I know the 18U group and the 19 and 20 group were out there and did very well. Ball out to the outside. That's Davis, I believe, who just checked in. Davis sends it down, and they actually, the flag is up. So good hustle. Didn't quite get to it, but good try over there. Get a few more of these numbers. Boy, that assist. Livy McKnight with that first one. And the coach Schramm saying that that second goal was probably just a turnover there. Sent right to Lauren Ashman, to Annie Fahrenkrug. Was just a turnover, probably unassisted. And a lot of pressure continually on this Beach team, just having trouble moving it forward. Ball sent into the middle now. Ball worked around. Number 16 is Gardner. And a shove down there. And a referee pulling in Gardner. Have a little chat here and a warning. No card at this point, but a little chat. Had to go to the principal's office for a second. Ball near side, Davis. She'll settle it. Has a lot of space. And see, that's the difference right now. You see, BC United has a lot of space to work, and they can relax a little bit, choose their options. But on the other side, BC United putting pressure on all the time. Bartlow in the back. Bartlow wearing number 8, the middle back, just kind of quarterbacking, running the show, shifting around a little bit, staying in shape. Now bringing it back, a lot of space over here. Davis will have some time. Maggott puts a little pressure. Ball sent into the middle, flicked back, happens to find a green shirt. We're hustling forward again. Little ball to the outside. Thompson will stop it, slips on the turf. Ball worked in. That's Victoria McKnight. Shot and batted away. Azuno, nice tip away there. Could have easily been the 4th goal. But, boy, what a rush here from BC United. Pressure everywhere. Opportunities, corners. They've scored 2 or 3 different ways. They've had a good set play where they, not a set piece, but a play where they worked a nice pass inside or just outside the top of the box, and then another play off the corner, which we'll see right here, corner, and then a turnover, a little pressure, taking that one away. And Annie Fahrenkrug coming through with a couple of goals. Ball in the box, headed, and score. Another amazing play there. My gosh. And let's see who triggered that one. So that was Ashman with her second goal, and that's going to be in the 33rd minute. So number 9 has 2 goals. 9 with 2 goals. We'll check who triggered the corner. 44. I tell you, Tori McKnight, give her that assist from the corner. And what a nice ball it was, right to the head of Ashman. Puts it in, and 4-0 here, 32:55 on the clock right now. So McKnight with an assist. That's Tori McKnight with an assist. They also have Livy McKnight has an assist. Try to give you folks all the accolades of these different players throughout the match. Ball worked around, pressure there. Working it through is Emmy Smith. Now Beach trying to find some sort of rhythm here, trying to settle things down. Working that one in. Freeman now trying to get something going. Nikki Smith's in there. See her right there with a little back flick. But it goes right to the fluorescent shirts. Nikki Smith, one of the 3 Smiths on the Beach squad. Announcers like the name Smith. It's just so many of them. It's a little confusing. But that's all right. That's why we're here. Ball sent across. Little space out here in the middle now. Beach turns. Thompson looks. Trying to send it on in toward Robinson. It will go out, and Thompson will toss it in. Another sub getting ready to come in for Beach. Get some fresh legs in here for the Redondo Beach squad. That's going to be number 22 checking in. That's Izzy Pack. Pack wearing number 22. And toss in on the far side. Tossed into Thompson. Ball worked around the back by Smith. Kieran Smith. Thompson bringing it up. Has a little space. Now the back line, Bartlow. Well, that was not Bartlow. That was actually Colling. Ball bounding around. This was a good choice for the BC United team as far as the broadcast. A game where they put 4 in the back of the net here within the first 33 minutes. That's number 20, Davis. She'll toss it in. Toss it in there. Colling now sends it over. Ashman, who really works from the midfield with a couple of goals. You've got a wide open, running right down the middle of the pitch, and one of the defenders goes down. Ball turn. There's going to be a shot here, and as Zuno is there, you had a couple of players flashing in. Coming back the other way. And can't really, Azuno has had some amazing shots in her way, but some of that has been a little bit loose defense that has allowed players to get right in there. And he'll toss it in right here. See that ball laying right there by the, see if they got a ball in just off the pitch. Somebody might come out and step on that. Ball worked forward here, and it's going to be out of play. BC will toss it. There we go. Tossed in by Davis. She'll get it back. That's Bartlow in the middle. Bartlow, strong player in the back middle. Kind of base anchors that back line. Ball sent across just above the head of number 2 over there, Livy McKnight. Ball worked across. That's number 5, Katie Herm, who's checked in. Actually saw her dad at breakfast this morning at our hotel. Got to chat a little bit about the different aspects of playing in a team like Beach, and another team that's in their area, Legends, was playing here last night. FC Legend had an excellent match. Ball inside. It's going to be back post. Let's see if they get a shot at it. Blocked nicely by the defense and picked up then by Fuller. See, I believe that was Ortiz in there who was able to get in the path of that shot and deflected away. So made it a little bit easier on Fuller to just scoop it up. Ball worked across. Gardner over there. Ball worked into midfield. That was a pass intended for Nikki Smith. There's Herm. Ball settled. Still bounding around. Coming back the other way. BC United, like I said, looked very organized. They look like they've got some great speed as well. Ball in the box. Both players go down. And, boy, that's going to be a foul in the box, and some hard contact both plays. Make sure everybody's okay. Got a sub ready to come in. Let's see, the foul eventually whistled on Collins. Number 3, here comes the sub in here. Is going to be Jazzy Fahrenkrug, Jasmine. So here we go. The other one is Angelina, or Annie Fahrenkrug, who has 2 goals. The Fahrenkrug sisters. Ball in the back now. A little pressure put in there by Nikki Smith, trying to change things up a little bit. Boy, you've got a mountain to climb, though, if you're the Beach team, down by 4. And a little shove from behind, and we've got a foul there. This is an opportunity for Beach. Foul, I believe that was whistled. Was it Bartlow? I don't think it was Bartlow. May have been. I don't think she was that far up. May have been, though. Anyway, here comes the ball that will be put in play. It'll be sent all the way across. Got an option here. They reverse field. Working it down. Seems like a ball you might want to throw in there toward the goal, down by 4. Sent in toward the top of the box, cleared away. Chasing after will be number 29, Kieran Smith. She'll roll it back toward Izuno. And the problem with that is that it's going to allow all the green shirts to work their way back up and put pressure after having a good opportunity on the set piece. Ball worked around. And here comes the BC United thrust again. They'll send it back. Back line always seem to be in place. Ashman now gets away a little bit, but sends it into Fuller. She'll settle it. And now they'll spread it out a little bit. Work it outside. Trying to work it forward here. Nice play. Send it right to the Beach player, however. Send it over to number 6 there, Padron. Chasing that ball down. It gets away a little bit. And obviously on a Saturday morning early, very few of the college coaches are out here. We've seen a bunch throughout the week. Probably will have more throughout the day. But a great showcase for many of the coaches, seeing the Big Ten schools, the ACC, SEC folks out here, and smaller schools, trying to fill those rosters with elite players. And most of those elite players can be found, a lot of them, in these teams in the National League. All across the country, New York to California, Utah, Washington, and teams out of Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland later today, and obviously some right here in North Carolina, Baltimore, Maryland. Good representation from all across the country. Here we go. BC United working it forward. That one's sent back up toward the midfield. And we're at the 42:05 mark, so don't know that there will be any injury time added on. So it'll be a throw in there. We're looking to see Christian Policino, our official out in the middle, referee in the middle. He'll give us a signal maybe if there's any added time here. 42:30. Ball to the back. Kieran Smith. She'll send it back over near side. Trying to find a target there. Kieran Smith again. Pressure being pushed up again. And I tell you, this Binghamton team, you can tell they've played together a while. You can tell they have worked hard on just the system that they have to get the ball in play and play good defense, but also always pressing forward to look for scoring opportunities as well. And boy, the execution on that corner a while ago just was absolutely amazing. A header that was executed by Fahrenkrug. Ball worked down the near side. Here it comes. Ball settled. Quickly on. That ball sent deep. Kieran Smith now will head it down. See Tori McKnight Ball worked forward. Ashman now, she'll work it across. Ashman with a couple of goals in the 9th minute and the 33rd minute. Also 2 goals for Jazzy Fahrenkrug. Excuse me, Annie Fahrenkrug. Jazzy Fahrenkrug just checking in. But the 2 goals by Fahrenkrug, Annie Fahrenkrug, within about 30 seconds of one another. One a nice play there and worked around, sent in, and then the next one, a turnover as Beach trying to bring it out of their zone, turned it right over, really unassisted. A little joust there for it. Hustling through is Herm. She goes down, back up. A lot of space here on the near side. Ashman now works up. Good speed coming up from behind. That was Freeman. And nice clearing there. And a tough play there from number 3. That's Emmy Smith. Trying to see if there's any additional time. 1 minute maybe. Clock's at 45. See if they. I was trying to check here. Will, any additional time? Did he say? So we're in a little bit of additional time. Don't know how much. Ball off to the side, and that will trail away into the wooded area. Got 1 minute extra time, so probably just maybe 30 seconds or so left here in the first half. A real wave of scoring here coming from the New York squad. Binghamton with the 4 goals, 2 players scoring 2 each. Ball in the midfield. And there's Bartlow, whistle up to the mouth in the official, and here's the whistle for halftime. And we will take a break as well here on the Turbo Sports Group. John Peters here with you, and our crew will be right back. Halftime, it's 4-0 BC United over Beach. New York and California. Folks out there in California real early here. Shot and a score. Trying to pick it.
he doing?
I think he's into the lunch things over here.
Wouldn't be lying.
And welcome back, folks. We're getting ready for second half here. 4-0 your score. We got a couple of new keepers in there we'll tell you about there as we get started. A little cool morning here, North Carolina style. And Wilson, North Carolina, but the BC United team came out on fire. Maybe reflective of knowing how to play in this kind of weather, but my goodness, 4-0 and a couple of goals within about 30 seconds. 2 goals each for Lauren Ashman. She had a goal in the 9th minute and the 33rd minute. And then Annie Fahrenkrug had 2 goals in the 27th minute. Just turned around, just about finished writing down the first one, and she was putting another one in the back of the net. So great job by BC United. Beach trying to bounce back here, team out of California. That ball sent to the back post. Kept in play, bounding around, and it will go out of play. Let's see, tell you the new keepers that are in there for BC United. It's wearing number 1. That's Olivia Brand. She's wearing the orange jersey with the black pants. On the other side, you see right here on this side where the ball is right now, as Herm sends it back, is number 12, Carly Clark. Clark with the blue jersey and black pants as well. Ball sent across, a little bit of a lazy pass, deflected there by BC. Potentially a turnover there right near the top of the box. See, Kieran Smith works it up, a little bit of space, and Bartlow steps up to shut it down. Bartlow the anchor. Defense here for Coach Taylor Schramm. Kidding with Taylor about out in Dallas. Her assistants are a couple of big ugly guys, but she was in charge, so she does an excellent job with these players. On the other side, Coach Kenyon Lone working out of Redondo Beach. You see the Beach Club there, and also Legends out in that area as well. Legends had a couple teams playing here last night and looked very impressive. Ball sent forward. Need a little more pace on that one. It's maybe a slow pitch out there that's making it tougher. Chasing it down and tracking in will be Olivia Brand. Brand quickly turns, sends it over to the back line. Number 23 is Colling. 23 left foot, sends it up toward midfield. Kieran Smith now sends it back in. Herm. Forward, a little shove there and a whistle. Going down was number 8, Nikki Smith. Hard to get the number of the culprit who pushed down there, but they got the white numbers on the blue, on the fluorescent green jerseys. Makes it a little tougher. Herm now will put it in play, puts a ball into the box, headed away by the defense. She's hustling in, get another touch on it. And the defense pretty much a wall there on that play. Had a set piece working with it. Ball in the back. Here's some pressure. Beach trying to get a little more pressure on him. Bartlow says, I'll just work up through there. Send a ball out there. Now deflected there by Emmy Smith. Quickly coming the other way. That's number 20, Davis. Ball into the box. Settled. See if they can clear it out. Kieran with the clearing. As a shot, Dan just up over the left side. And getting a shot in there. One of the defenders, Lopez, was in there helping out. Try to mention as many of these names as possible. Appreciate you folks watching as far as parents, friends, coaches, recruiters, former teammates, all the folks who just love to pull for these teams. Glad you're with us here. BC United having the best of it here and doing most of it early in that first half, first 30 minutes or so with 4 goals. And they have really been tough here. There was a 1-1 draw in their first match. That was against an Ohio team. Took on a Washington team after that, Washington State, and won 3-0. And here they find themselves up 4-0. Chasing it down. That will be Clark. She'll pick it up. Notice the Beach goalkeepers tend to go for the rollout instead of the punt. And Herm now will work it back to the defense. Send it right back to her. Working on the back part of the midfield. Holding in that area. And a little more ball control here this half, I see, from Beach. Maybe something they talked about at halftime. Working it up the side. That was Lopez. Now ball almost got through. Good thought there. That was number 22, Pack, who was trying to get that one through. Barlow now scoops it back, sends it across. Changes course. Scooped up there nicely. Olivia Brand, once again, the keeper this half. Hannah Fuller started for BC United. Little pressure from behind. Work down. Here comes a ball, taking it in from the left side, getting in near the box. Pressure there. Sent back out toward the corner, and it'll go out. Here comes a toss in. Working it over there is Gardner. Now cleared away briefly. Lopez working. Sending it back to Kieran Smith. Smith lines it up. Low ball, hard ball, sent off to the right side. Picked up by the defense. Working it over there is Robinson. Robinson to Smith. Emmy Smith. Emmy Smith with the tall hair bun. Easy to pick up. And Beach looking a lot better, or the better organization here in this second half than we saw in the first. Here comes a nice ball down the side. Kieran Smith will work her way over and deflects it off the BC United player's leg, which continues the push forward. Here comes Clark. Sends that one out. Now we'll see the organization of BC United, see if Beach can collect it again and get something started. BC United says no, we want to push it in here. Let's see if they do it. Little grab of the shirt there by Kieran Smith, and that's spotted pretty easily. If we can see it over here, and the referee is right there grabbing onto the shirt, so he'll move the ball over just a little bit. This will be a heck of an opportunity for BC United. Set Pete just outside the box. They'll set up the wall as our official Christian Pulicino will back it up. And he'll show him the 10-yard spot. In the international time, they put that little foam line down. The players discussing their options here. Let's see who's going to take this shot. Here goes. Low right into the wall. Headed around, still in the box. Trying to get it away. They do. That was Lopez who cleared it out, at least momentarily. And the ball will go across the line. It'll be a throw in. And here comes the toss. A lot of orange, or fluorescent green shirts right here. That ball's going to roll right down the line for about 15 yards and right back in. Here they go. Livy McKnight working it through. Going through traffic, little sandwich. Three-way sandwich, and cleared out. Back to midfield. Oh, a ball that got behind. The intended recipient was Robinson. Got behind her, and that'll send it to the back line of BC United. And that'll be the end of that rush. Ball to the near side. Working it up is Ortiz. Ortiz looking for options. Little skip, jump. Puts it through the legs of the defender. Right back to her. In the box. Sends it in. And no rebound. Scooped up there by Clark. And she'll toss it out to the far side. I think that's Kieran Smith way over there. Maybe not. As I see Kieran here in the middle. Trying to pick up that number on that far side. We'll look and try to get that for you here in a second. Ball worked around. Bartlow. 55 minutes have elapsed. Working there was number 15, Ortiz. They got it back in that back line again. Colling. Bartlow. That's Ortiz. Bartlow. Send it on up to Annie Fahrenkrug. Nice ball down the side. Hustling in, number 5 was Vargas. Send it to the numerical counterpart, number 5, Herm. And a turnover. Little shove there, but staying on her feet. Annie Fahrenkrug, couple of goals with the ball right now. Sends it back. Back in the back, that's Colling. And I'm looking at my sheet, it says Colling, possibly Collins, but maybe something I can check with Coach here briefly. Move down on the near side. Then a lot of space, my goodness. Still going. Taking it right on around. Ball sent into the box, but big change of field there. Sent back the other way by Pack. Running through is Freeman. Through ball there. Let's see if they can work it out to the side. Nice through. Going through there is number 8. That's Nikki Smith. And finally cleared away. That's in there, Collings, who got that one out. Nicknamed EC. Maybe for East Coast. It'll be a toss on the far side. Emmy Smith. Nice toss in there. Had a player last night, as that one's right on the corner post. Right on the flag. Right along the edge. Still battling. And that ball trickles out. Another toss in quickly this time. Beach. Send it back to Kieran Smith. Looks for options. And she has some space here. Kind of unusual, as usually there's a lot of pressure. Lopez now will send it over. Sends it over to Pack. That one out on the side. Throw in coming up for BC United. Ball goes over under the camera stand and retrieved. As we say often, you guys watching, folks there have a better view than pretty much anybody here up on the camera stands looking down on the action. Ball in the midfield circle. Kieran Smith looking for options. Got those earmuffs, that little headband, trying to stay warm. Herm with the ball. Reverses. takes it forward. Ball worked out on the left side. That's Gardner. Gardner, a little pressure there from Livy McKnight. And the offside flag goes up. Haven't had many offsides. Pretty clean match, and once it gets 4-0, it kind of, the intensity drops a little bit. Not that it's not a serious match, but just when it's a one-goal match or less, it's a little bit more intense. Ball right through the middle. Ball being worked around. McKnight, Livy McKnight, right in the midst of it. And hustling up is, I believe that was Lopez. No, it was Ortiz, excuse me. Ball kicked back across. Nice job by one of the coaches. Get a little kudos there. He's even waving at the camera. Ball in the middle there, Kieran Smith. Sends it out, far side. Working in toward the middle, McKnight. Back to Bartlow. Ortiz has some space, looking for options. Slows it up. Get a little pressure now. Pressure put on there by number 17, Freeman. Freeman hustling well. Nice ball sent in. Oh, they missed the header. And the offside flag was up. So just into the 61st minute. Offside, pretty long pass. Cross in the box there that was almost headed. At that point, you're probably glad it wasn't headed in since the offside flag was up. Now ball sent down the far side. Good hustle there, hustling in Robinson. Robinson taking it out. Let's see if she can bring it back in. Really nobody there to help, however. It was Robinson against 4 green shirts. Working it in the back. Colling gets it to Bartlow. Near side, Ortiz sends it right down toward the corner. A little side spin on it. Takes it out near the side. Fahrenkrug, it'll be a throw in. Ortiz works her way up. Trying to pick the number of the tall midfielder here. I believe it's number 10, which is McKeedy. There we go. That makes sense. Trying to pick out the number here for a little while. McKeedy out in the middle with the headband. Easy to pick up. Talk about how these young ladies try to individualize their uniform a little bit. Obviously the pants and the shorts, shirt, jersey and all, it's all the same for everybody. But then color of shoes and hair ensemble, that kind of thing. You can add a little personality to it, and they do. There's a nice move here. You've got a little bit of a break. Let's see if she has any help. Colling now works with it. Good speed. And they take down from behind. Freeman hustling in. Looks like going after the yellow card. And justice is dispensed here on the side. So Freeman visits the principal's office. Has a little talking to there, and then the match continues. Substitutes getting ready to come in. One sub here. That's going to be number 9, Ashman. Scored a couple of goals. Always with a smile on her face. Right here in front of us, Fahrenkrug also. Annie Fahrenkrug has a couple of goals. Those are the 4 goals for BC United. 2 from Ashman, 2 from Annie Fahrenkrug. One on a beautiful cross in the box on a corner that was headed into the back of the net by Ashman. Another couple plays where just had another corner that was a result of a nice ball there. It goes back through the 5-hole, and the foul called on Ortiz. Trying to stay with her there was Nikki Smith, earned the foul. Pack lines it up, puts a foot into it. Trying to get our wires out of the way. Pack with the free kick right here on the sideline. Now work down the corner. There's Freeman. Good hustle. And let's see if she earns the corner. She does not. Good job by the defense. So going back in there to slow things up. I believe that was Bartlow. Let's look and see. Yes, it was. Bartlow will lay the ball down and put it in play. And a short ball there. Sends it into Colling. Freeman, I tell you, give her kudos for hustle. I mean, she is continually, doesn't even look tired, and had that yellow card just a minute ago, but continues to battle, flying up and down the pitch. Good job by Pack, sending it over to her defenders. Lopez, Kieran Smith, outside. Working right at the midfield stripe there. Robinson now sends it back to Kieran Smith. Little time of possession here. Turns it over, however, now coming the other way. BC United with speed. They look strong and they look fast. And they also look organized, and sure a lot of that is the good coaching there in the Binghamton. That's a good history in that program. I remember talking out in Dallas with some of the coaches about how many years these teams had played together. They were one of the smaller cities or towns that had a team at the national championships, and very proud of what they were doing. And of course here today they're showing really showing some great soccer. Well, as we move to the 65-24 mark, checking in will be number 44, Tori McKnight. So we have a couple of McKnights. We have a couple of Farron Krugs. On the other side for Beach, we have 3 Smiths. So we've tried to keep those straight for you. It's gotten a little easier as the match has progressed. Ball in toward the middle of the box. There's a shot from Herm. It's going to go left. Really nobody in there to deflect. And waiting, a little pressure. Now they'll send it on in. And nice organization. BC United working that ball across the back, then turning on the Jets here in the middle. Was McKeedy, Colling, back in the middle, Ashman, I believe. Might be, I believe that was Ashman, number 9. McKeedy gets a pass in the middle. Look on this far side. Ball going in and scooped up by Carly Clark, excuse me. Carly Clark with that scoop and a quick pass out to Pack. Ball bounding around. Defense, Ortiz. Ortiz, reverse. Bartlow. Little pressure. McKeedy. Outside to Colling. Space there. Looking for some options. Now long ball down the corner, and an excellent ball it is. Flying in. Let's see, here's the left-footed cross, and just finds the feet of number 18 in there, Lopez. But what a run. What a setup there. That pass down the side was fantastic. And a ball to the far side. The fans approving, at least one. A little chilly still here on this Saturday morning. Many fans out there able to watch. Maybe you're having your breakfast out in California with us. And a little left-footed bender from Ortiz just around the post. And checking in, a couple of subs coming in for Beach. Magid will come in, as well as Thompson. Trying to see who's coming out. Coming out will be Freeman, who's hustled very well. Also coming out is Emmy Smith. All right, we're waiting on the subs to get in. Now Carly Clark is given the go-ahead. 68-38 on the clock and running. 45-minute halves here for this group. Of course, you know that if you've been following them at all. This is the one broadcast for these two teams. A good choice for BC United, obviously, with the 4 first-half goals. I have not seen one here in the second half for either team, and both teams would like to, of course, I know Beach would like to take that 0 off the scoreboard and maybe build in a couple more. And, of course, BC United might like to add another little insurance there. 4-0, your score right now. Pack brings it on up. Tipped away there, McKeedy. And this is going to be a yellow card given to number 16, Gardner, as they have gotten a little chippy out there. Little shoves and pushes. Everybody's okay. McKeedy, a tall player. Yeah, I don't know, maybe 5'10", 6 feet tall maybe. She's standing up above the official, Mr. Christian Pulisino. I'll have to ask him how tall he is after the match. But McKeedy, nice tall player. That one knocked down. McKeedy comes back in again. Ball around there. Ball still on the ground. Here's a shot. A low, hard shot. It's going to catch the side of the net. But a blister along the ground. That was about 6 inches off the ground, and it stayed right there off to the right. Here comes a ball into Carly Clark. Ball near side, Pack. Working it back in, Lopez. Clark, the keeper. Ball settled there by Tori McKnight. Shot, and it's going to be up over the right side of the frame. That ball will trail into field number 5. And Carly Clark makes the long run. And here comes a play right toward her. She'll have to get out of the way. So one of the things that I don't know if there's a whole lot that you can improve here in the U.S. Youth Soccer National League, but it might be a ball retriever in between the fields at some point. Just tough on some of the players to have to run into the other fields, maybe even taking a little extra time off the clock. So here we go. Carly Clark puts that one out. Long ball, far side, flicked forward. Sent back, looks like, I think that was Ashman out there. I may have Ashman or Padron. Could be Padron right there. McKeedy, she's working it up. Shot low, hard, save. And McKeedy gets a good foot on that one. A nice strike there, really coming from the midfield. And the really kind of holding in the back of the midfield, and then all of a sudden moving forward to a little surprise with that shot. Had one a while ago as well. But if I remember, on a set piece just outside the box, it might have been McKeedy as well who took that ball. And trying to pick up there the player right in the middle, if it's a number 8 or a 6. Here comes the ball, a little loose on that pass. Flying in there is going to be Gardner. Gardner working out to the left. Little hand battle there. And the ball will go out. Looks like it'll be a corner. One of the few corners we've seen for Beach. So coming in for BC will be number 14, Cook, coming in for Colling. Emma Colling, as she comes out. Defender played well. This ball will be put in motion here near side, right foot. There it is, low ball, and off the back side. off the side of the net, and another. We've seen that many times this week. The corner squandered by putting it either behind the net or into the side netting. And coming out, looks like number 24 coming in is Nishishira. And also coming out is Gardner. He's frustrated getting that yellow card. Ball worked around near the top of the box. I believe it was Herm who took that corner, trying to get that opportunity. It's a great opportunity for Beach if they can earn a couple of corners here late. Bartlow working it up. Good skills there with the ball handling. We said in basketball they call it handles. I guess in soccer we call it sandals. Handling it with the feet. Ball sent back to Bartlow. She's directing traffic here and kind of just getting some time of possession. Picking her targets. Here's one way out on the far side. Nice pass. Nice ball there as you see it just kind of going around. Ashman cuts through. Looking at Tori McKnight. McKnight works it up, sends it out to the left side. Let's see if you get a left foot cross here. There you do. And it's going to be in there off the side of the netting, a little optical illusion. And wow, you had a couple of green shirts flashing in with a good opportunity. So that will be a corner. Actually touched there before it got to the, I don't know if it was Clark, I guess, who got a touch on it before it made it to the netting. So here's a scoring opportunity for BC United. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shirts, green shirts there, top of the box. Now they start moving. It's a low ball, near side. Ball down briefly, but then cleared away. And they're going to send it right back in. And it finds its way through. Ball still loose. And Carly Clark does a good job, not saving just once, but twice. So good pressure by BC United. Good job by Clark, the keeper. And through to Clark's. Give her some credit. To her credit, she has really kept the ball out of the net here in the second half for BC United. It came out on fire, scoring 4 times in the first. There's a toss down the line. That's Bartlow who takes it away, sends it across the defense. Now a little pressure here from Beach as they're pressing up, trying to get one on the board here. Had a corner a while ago, one of the better opportunities. Let's see if the defense, they're going to send it back. Here comes Clark. If she can pick out a target here, who will she send it to? She's waiting. Now sends it out to the side. Nice stop there. Good settle. First touch. Toss in now for Beach. 77-minute mark. Probably about 13 minutes to go. No subs right now, but we've had subs come in. There's a toss. Tossed in there toward Nikki Smith. Kieran Smith, Emmy Smith, Nikki Smith. There's a high toss. Trying to get it in there toward the box. It's going to go out. Over there trying to chase it down was Maggie that got over her and on out of play. There's a nice fake there, working it through. That's McKnight. Actually, Tori McKnight in the middle. Now sending it the other way. Nikki Smith gets it to the outside. Thompson sending it forward. Defense is there to give it a big boot. Kieran Smith sends it back in, trying to settle it. That's Robinson. Taken away, however, by the midfielders. Bartlow gets a little pressure. believe that's Davis who's checked in over there. I'll have to double check that number. Wearing number 14, I believe it is. And that, if it is, that's maybe Cook. That's Cook. Yeah, it is. Little shove there and whistle. Referee kind of watching very closely now as it gets a little bit rugged. Ball the near side, Ortiz. Ortiz looking for a gap. Sends it in. Little flip there. A lot of green shirts in the area. Ashman takes a shot. It's going to be off left. But it was bending back toward that post. And Carly Clark directing traffic. She'll bring it in as we move into the 80th minute. Ball on the side. Pack has space briefly. Now it closes quickly. Pack with the ball. She'll toss. There's the throw. Right back to her. See if she can line one up. Gets it back to teammate there. Let's try to give you, I think it's Thompson, but she's normally on the other side. No, it's not Thompson. That's Robinson. Or Daniela Robinson. Now back to Lopez. Lopez, Kieran Smith. Kieran Smith, far side. Maggid. A lot of pressure now. And it'll be a toss in there for BC United. And BC United, once again, the bright fluorescent green with the white numbers. Forgot my binoculars, so it's hard to see the numbers on the far side. Fans over there enjoying the close action. They're right on top of it. And, of course, you folks at home, as we always say, best seat in the house. Aerial view and get all the different angles, close-ups. Get to hear a little bit of broadcasting as well, hopefully. Headed back in. Let's see who's going to be there. Still bouncing around. Clark comes out, grabs it, protects herself as there was pressure. McKeedy close in the area. And little hand battle there, working their way through. That is Collins. And Clark comes up with it. Let's see, that is wearing number 3 over there. Haven't called her name a whole lot, but Katie Collins was right in the middle of that action. Ball coming forward, Robinson. Sending it back over to Lopez. Kieran Smith. Tried to get it to Herm a little bit too much. Ball to McKnight. Tori McKnight. Bartlow. There's Cook. A little bit of pressure. Beach coming back out, but for the most part, Bartlow can do what she wants here. And it's going to take that one right off the head of Herm. Hope she's all right. Good shot there. Ball near side. Robinson. Herm. Try to get it right back to her. Herm now holding her little earmuff or headband after taking that ball to the head. Kind of took it, knocked it off, and holding it in her hand. See if she'll try to put that back on. And she does. So it'll be a throw-in on the far side. Obviously, weather not quite the same out there in Southern Cal as what we're experiencing right here. Each day has started around 45, 48 degrees, maybe even a little cooler. And on Thursday warmed up to maybe 68, 70 degrees. No breeze out at all. Yesterday pretty breezy. Might have warmed up to into the low 60s. Today, I'm not sure if we're going to get to 60 at all. Might be 50s right now, maybe even high 40s. But cloudy, no sun. Ball out of the side. 84th minute starting. Ortiz works it back out. Left foot, top of the box. Ball low, shot, and up and over. And that ball will trail off into field number 5. Let's see if anybody over there will help. Yes, we have some help. The assistance will be gladly appreciated. Carly Clark now will bring it back in. And she'll set it down. See if she takes a short pass. As we said, we've really noticed that the beach keepers really have not tried to send that ball out real deep toward midfield. They'll play a shorter ball, at least for the most part. Here comes Herm, has an opportunity on the near side, finds Pack. Pack sends it in. Nice through ball there. Let's see if they can get to it. Ball cleared back out. Herm putting some pressure on. And here comes McKnight. Tori McKnight. Ball on the far side there. Magid. It's going to go to Nikki Smith. Nikki Smith working forward. Sending it in. They'll run here, but scooped up nicely there by Brand. Olivia Brand in the orange jersey. Might be up near the Syracuse area. I tell you what, I think that ball that hit Herm in the head may have affected. She's coming out right here. That was quite a shot. So she's going to come off, and they might need to get the trainers to come and check her out over here, make sure that she's okay. So she's going to step out. So I don't see a sub coming in. I'm just going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think they've sent a sub in yet for Herm. She may be coming back in, or they may just let her rest now. Ball sent to the back. Bartlow. Bartlow over to McKnight. Tori McKnight, number 44. Olivia McKnight, number 2. About as far apart as you can get numerically on this particular team. So the second lowest number and the highest number are the twins, the McKnight twins. And the Fahrenkrug sisters, 42 and 29. So not quite the disparity. Ball bounding forward. Trying to flick it off to the left-hand side. And there's Collins, interrupted there nicely. Kieran Smith. She'll bring it the other way, looks for options. Sends it on up to Robinson. Down the right side, it's going to trail across the line. 87th minute. Don't know if there'll be any extra time. And good news, as let's see, Herm comes back in. Goes by Katie. As I said, got to see her father this morning. Thought he was a coach. Standing around there, we were looking at, I guess, getting milk or apple juice or something for breakfast, and said, hey, you look like a coach. Said, I'm a parent, and daughter plays. I said, it happened to be on field 4, and sure enough, there she is. So always good to make some acquaintances here in these venues with the parents and the fans that are out. This particular contest, not what he wanted to see as a final, potential final score here in the last 3 minutes. But obviously just being here, a great honor. Here comes a right foot across. It's going to be punched down. Who's going to get there? The defense does. They'll clear it away. And a good opportunity there for Beach here in the last 3 minutes. Ball worked over to the side here. Number 5 is Vargas. Kieran Smith sent it into Nikki Smith. Smith to Smith. Here's Magid. Sends it back to Thompson. See if she can get a foot on it. Does. Slips it on up to Magid once again. Magid goes down. That's kind of, looks like she may have hurt her left foot. Maybe a shoe came off. Working it forward here. Collins working one-on-one with Smith. Takes it to the left. Little juke there and a shot. It's going to go wide. And Clark will track it down. So Carly Clark will put it back in play. Ball off to the side. Working it in now. Kieran Smith, I believe, bringing it forward. Taken away. There's another option. Right in the middle, McKeady looks to the right. It gets free. Chasing it down is Clark, and she'll dive and secure it. Quickly up, Pack. Didn't get quite as much pace. It would have been nice if she had a little more pace on that one. Barlow comes up quickly. Takes it away from Padron. Padron goes down, shaking her hand a little bit. And a ball sent up forward. Really nobody there. Padron, nice interception there. She's got an option off to the right. It's Nikki Smith working it up. Let's see if they can get it forward. They do. And it's get a shot. Here's back to shot in the right side, and the offside flag was up. Robinson with one of the better opportunities we've seen. Seen a couple here lately for Beach. And the 90th minute, and we'll see if there's any extra time. Haven't seen any shown. Ball in the back, just time of possession here. And really nobody moving a whole lot as they know that this clock is winding down. Clock shows 89:48. But we'll see if there's any sort of additional time put on. I wouldn't anticipate, 2 minutes. Looks like 2 minutes of additional time from Christian Pulicino. And that ball's going to go out. So, two. So, a couple more minutes here as Beach has had a couple of opportunities here right near the end of this match. See if they can mount up another drive here. Herm now sends it back. They'll reset it for the defense. Ball bounding around. Collins now with it. We've had no score in the second half. All the scoring taking place in the first 33 minutes. 2 of the goals, 2 of the 4 in the 33rd minute by the same player. And that was, in the 27th minute, 2 goals there by Annie Fahrenkrug. Another one in the 33rd minute by Lauren Ashman, who had already scored back in the 9th minute. So exciting first half. Defensive battle here in the second, back and forth. Looks like Thompson will set it down. She'll put it in play. Beach, once again, the black uniforms, trying to work it forward. Maybe get a last rush here. We got a handball. This will be an opportunity. We'll set piece here as the referee will set the ball down, get the wall back 10 yards. That ball seems to be rolling around on its own. And so, going to mark it off. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here comes the mark. So here's a chance. Beach would love to take that 0 off the board. And Herm will put it in play. Here it is. In the box. Headed down. Coming back at it. Another shot sent in. Loose, but picked up now. Nice job by Brand. And there's the whistle for the end of the match. And a good match it was for BC United as the players shake hands. And congratulations to the group out of Binghamton, New York. Coach Schramm. Team from Redondo Beach will regroup and be back at it. And so once again, 2 goals scored by Lauren Ashman. She had the first one in the 9th minute, next one in the 33rd, and 2 goals from Annie Fahrenkrug in the 27th minute, both in the 27th minute. Once again, glad you're with us from New York, California, and all in between. Glad you're with us. John Peters signing off now from field number 4 here in Wilson, North Carolina.